rolling. Alright, everything's rolling.
Everything's on, alright. I'm on. Action.
Well, they're telling us that there's a transparency. I don't see it.
Okay, first of all, I am so pro-merger, but we need it the right way. I want to know what the financial impact is going to be, and there's not been any study. And I want to know also, why do we only hear one side at the informational meetings? I mean, to make a balanced decision, the membership needs to be informed to be able to vote.
Well, they did send out an opposition statement. They said but that's one
It's
time.
been presented basically as a done deal on the
That-
SAG
we- oh,
Awards,
yeah.
on any time on the dais. There is no opposition on it. It's
I
all
agree.
pro-merger.
Listen.
I started the open board membership committee.
When you were a board member.
Yes,
Right.
when I was a board member, because transparency is vital. Our union is us.
For every issue, there's always two sides.
Absolutely.
Even if one side is completely out of their minds, you should hear both sides
Yes.
to make an informed
I agree.
decision. I was at this meeting the other night as a member of the stunt community. We had a information meeting several weeks ago, and someone brought up the point. They said, "Why wasn't a report created?"
The actuarial.
The
Yeah.
actuarial report done on
Right.
on the pension, and the people at the dais said it was eventually determined to be too expensive. Well, my understanding is that the pension is it's billions of dollars
Right.
that we're talking about here, and the number they came up with was $100,000.
Well,
And they've
that-
already spent $2.5
Yeah.
million pro-merger with
Yeah.
the mailings, the mass mailings, the
Well, no,
robocalls
actually,
from
it's
Ken
not
Howard.
$2.5 million yet. It's going to be $2.5 million on the merger, but they've spent probably about maybe over $100,000 on the cards that you've been getting, those
Yes.
slick cards that you've been getting, etc. Now, when I remember, because I was at the stunt forum, and they asked Ned Vaughan, who's the vice president, and they said, "How much would it have cost to do an actuarial report?" And he said, "Gee, I don't know." And then they asked Gabrielle Cateras, and she said, "Gee, I don't know." And they asked somebody, and said, "Gee, nobody knew." They want you to. They don't want to do it, but they don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
Right.
Then finally, Ned said, "I think it'd be about a couple $100,000." Well, I'm thinking, if that's too expensive, but it wasn't too expensive to send out $140,000 or $150,000 worth of cards to tell you to vote
What,
for.
what did
just-
it cost, by the way? What did it cost to put this whole merger idea together?
It will cost. When it finally happens, will be $2.5 million.
So
that's for
I
us.
just find it insulting, because to me the main reason that merger did not go through last time, which I voted against it last time, and again I'm pro-merger, I want one strong union, was the fact that we didn't know the ramifications, the actual study, the numbers that would affect and impact our future, our pension,
When-
the future of actors
You know
going
what? You know
forward.
what this is like?
They've done it again without the same
this
thing.
is like a stunt coordinator saying to me, "I want you to jump off this building," and I say, "Is there an airbag down there?" He goes, "We'll let you know." And then while you're in the air,
Yeah,
Fix it in
here's the
post.
deal.
you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
The person, because I was at the stunt meeting, the person that answered that response from the young lady who was a stunt woman, and she said, "Did you ask for an actuarial report?" And that was our in-house attorney, Duncan Crabtree Ireland. And he
Right.
said, and I remember it very clearly, he said, "Well, we did ask, I think it was management.
Management,
We
he said
asked
management,
management if what they thought about the idea, and they passed on it because they said it would be too expensive and time consuming, but we might consider it after the merger." Now, you have to understand, there's 18 trustees in management. Those are the
Yes.
producers that pay the pension. And there's 18 trustees that are labor, which is a combination of our paid staff and actors. Okay, he didn't go to them. Now that, as I recall, and I remember having been a board member, is wrong. I mean, that's against the rules.
Well, in
I
the
mean, you
Constitution
gotta
it
talk to
says
all.
that we need to have an impact study.
Yes, we should.
Yes.
We're supposed to have, according
So
to the appendix. we have-
do the trustees not work for us?
No, they do.
Why is the
They
tail
do.
wagging the
They
dog here?
I
But
gotta tell you, they don't know. They just don't
The
know.
report, it was a feasibility study, right? It
Right,
was-
that means just it's legal.
yeah, so it's legal.
That's all it means. It doesn't mean there's numbers crunching. It doesn't mean there's an impact statement. And it means no on merger. I'm not going to buy
No.
the car till I
If
lift
there's
the
any
hood.
doubt, we have to go no on merger.
You got it. That's it. Thank
That's
you.
it. No. Until we know.